Hello everyone, my name is Kalavati M and currently I am pursuing my masters in computer applications in the Department of Studies in Computer Science at Manas Gangotri, Mysore. And today's my presentation topic is Google Self-Driving Car Project. First of all, what is self-driving car? It is a vehicle that can drive itself from one point to another without assistance from a driver. In other words, with an autopilot system. First of all, in brief, let me give an introduction. In general, what might be the common causes for car accident? That may be cell phones, makeup, eating, in-car entertainment system, or sleepy driver, or still there are many more reasons. Now, using this self-driving car project, now the technology will do the concentration for you. Now, let us get into the presentation. First of all, here as you people can see, it is a demo car project. I mean the demo image, how does it going to look? And the next is contents. These are the contents that we are going to see. That's introduction, technology, what is it and how does it work and what kind of equipments are used, advantages, limitations, and lastly the references. Let us see one by one. And the first of all, introduction. Google Self-Driving Car is a project by Google that involves developing technology for mainly electrical cars. It means Google Self-Driving Car is a electrical car. The software installed in Google's car is called Google Chauffeur. The project was formerly led by Sebastian Thrun, former director of the Stanford Artificial Intelligence Laboratory and co-inventor of Google Street View. Google planned to make these cars available to the public in the year 2020, but still it is in its developing stages only. And next, the technology. What kind of technology they used to build these cars? The project team has equipped a number of different types of cars with the self-driving car equipment, including the Toyota, Audi TT and Lexus RX 450h. Google has also developed their own customer vehicles, which is assembled by Roche Enterprises and uses equipment from Bosch and LG. Google's robotic cars have about $150,000 in equipment, including the $70,000 LiDAR systems. Laser allows the vehicle to generate a detailed 3D map of its environment. The car then takes these generated maps and combines them with a high-resolution maps of the world. As of June 2014, the system works with a very high-definition inch precision map of the area the vehicle is expected to use. And the next is, let us see what is it. It is the first truly driverless electrical car prototype built by Google to test the next stage of its 5-year-old self-driving car project. It looks like a cross between a smart car and a Nissan Micra, with 2 seats and a room enough for a small amount of luggage. It is the first real physical incarnation of Google's vision of what a self-driving car of the near future could be. Let us see how does it work. It is powered by an electrical motor with around a 100-mile range. The car uses a combination of sensors and software to locate itself in the real world combined with high accurate digital maps. A GPS is used just like the satellite navigation system in most cars to get a rough location of the car, at which point radar, lasers and cameras take over to monitor the world around the car, that is 360 degree around the car. The software can recognize objects, people's car, road making, signs and traffic lights, obeying the rules of the road and allowing for multiple unpredictable hazards, including cyclists. It can even detect roadworks and safely navigate around them. And the next is equipments used. These are the list of equipments that are used in self-driving car project. that is LiDAR systems, video cameras, radar sensors, ultrasonic sensors, and lastly the central computer. Let's see one by one. First of all, the LiDAR. The LiDAR sensors is designed for obstacle detection and navigation of the autonomous ground vehicle. In further slides, I'll tell these functionalities and features. And the second is video cameras. Different types of cameras are installed at various locations. The cameras will give the detailed information about the car and where it is, its location and everything. And the next is radar sensors. The radars are installed at front and back side of the car. I'll show it in the further slides. Ultrasonic sensors. It is used to measure the position of object very close to the vehicles, such as other vehicles when parking. Central computer. Information from all the sensors is analyzed by central computer. It manipulates the steering, accelerator and brakes. These are some of the key facts about the vehicle. Let me zoom it. On the top of the vehicle you can see the LiDAR, sensors and hardware components that have been custom built for self-driving. And the next, in the front glass you can see new technologies to protect pedestrians, including a flexible windscreen and front made of a foam-like material. The pedestrian is nothing but a person walking rather than traveling in a vehicle. And the next is, here below you can see an electrical battery which is positioned in the front of the vehicle, and just below to that a speed capped at 25 miles per hour. And at the right side you can see inside the vehicle seats for 2 passengers and a space for their belongings, a button to start or pull over, and an emergency stop button, a screen showing the route. And just below to that you can see software designed to drive from point A to point B without requiring any human interventions. And at the front wheel you can see primary and backup systems for steering and braking. And in this image you can see some more functions and features of the car. At the top of the car you can see a laser sensor scans 360 degrees around the vehicle for objects. And in the front of the car you can see radar measures the speed of the vehicles ahead. It measures the vehicle speed which is just ahead to us. And an orientation sensor tracks the car's motion and balance. It will track the motion and the balance of the car. And here at the back side wheel you can see a wheel hub sensor detects the number of rotations to help determine the car's location. It will help in determining the location of the car. And just on the top of it you can see a processor reads the data and regulates vehicle behavior. It will regulate the vehicle behaviors. And next we can see these are some of the advantages of the self-driving car, that is it will manage the traffic flow, relieving vehicles, avoid accidents, increase roadway capacity and determine current location. Other than this, it can provide some more features, just like it is best for senior citizens and handicaps, as it doesn't have any age restriction, that is age constraints, and due to optimal speed they can use it easily. And the driverless car, it can run on the optimal speed. It can reduce the car accidents as it's having the optimal speed, and it is having automated collision avoidance system, and it is fuel efficient, and it doesn't require any driving test or driving license. And the next is limitation. These are some of the limitations of self-driving car, that is vehicle can be switched off on the road. that too in a rare cases. Usually it won't happen, and it gives less security when using internet, as it might be the network issue, and hackers can be easily change the routers, that too in rare cases. Usually it won't happen. In case of failure of sensors, vehicle can create a chance of accident, it too in a rare cases. In rainfall, car cannot be recognized traffic signals. Because of the rain, it cannot recognize the traffic signals. The next is, these are the references. I referred Wikipedia and Google self-driving car project. And lastly, we can say Google self-driving car is still a good news for the bad drivers. And lastly, I thank you all for watching this video.